Hello, welcome to the Home Bar Club. Today we have something a little different. Here's what I did. I wanted a signature drink for my home bars when guests come over. This is what I'm known for. I love old fashions. Old fashions like my favorite drink. So I thought I'm gonna do something a little bit different. I asked AI to create two signature old fashions for my home bar. And what we're going to do is we're going to make each one. We're going to compare them. I'll show you what's in them. We'll show you how to make them. And then you guys comment below which one you think should be my signature drink in the home bar. All right, let's get started. Drink number one. Drink number one is a cinnamon maple old fashioned. Sounds really good to me. So what we got, let's see here. We got 2 ounces of bourbon. Now we're going to make this in a glass because one thing I like about my old fashions, I like them smoked. If you haven't had a smoked old fashioned, you gotta try it. So this is what we're gonna do. We are going to grab an ice cube, put it in our old fashioned glass here, and I have a cocktail smoker. If you've never seen one of these, let's get that a little bit more flatter so we can get this in here. I like to smoke it with my ice in there if you can make it fit. It just makes the ice cube absorb the smoke a little bit better and you get a little bit better flavor. If you've never seen one of these, what this does is it uses wood chips. We're just going to take a little pinch here. Not a lot. Put it in the top here. It's got a little, like a little strainer top on it. Keeps it away from the drink. And a torch. So we're going to set this up first. We're going to torch this. We're going to get that smoke right down in there. Just fill that whole glass up. All righty, that should be good for now. We're going to put the little cap on it. We're going to keep this. We're going to move this off to the side. Okay, now we're going to make our old fashioned. We're going to use 2 ounces of bourbon. I'm using Roses, one of my favorites. So we are going to go with 2 ounces. Now, the next thing this is calling for, and this seems kind of interesting because I've never done this before, 1/2 ounce of maple syrup. So I'm using 100% Vermont maple syrup. Go with the pure if you can. It is going to taste a little bit better for you. So I'm going to put a 1/2 ounce of that in here. That looks good. I'm going to let that drain a little bit. You know how maple syrup flows, kind of slow. And then the next thing we're going to put in here, that should be good, is Angostura bitters. This is the traditional Angostura bitters. I'm going to put 2 dashes in. Okay. 2 dashes. And 1 dash. Oh no, I'm sorry. I'm getting ahead of myself. That is it. We're going to put some ice in here, stir it up, get it cold. Let's chill that cocktail down a little bit here. Never had an old fashioned? Give it a try. If you like bourbon, I like my old fashioned a hair bit more on the citrus side. So I might like the next one a little bit better because that's a orange old fashioned. Okay, that looks good. We'll take a top off the smoker here. Oh, that looks good. We're going to strain this in using a Hawthorne strainer. Let's pour right in there. And you're going to be asked, why do you smoke this? And what kind of wood am I using? First of all, you're going to smoke this because it absolutely changes the profile of the drink. gives it a completely different taste. The wood I'm using is a cherry wood. You can use apple, hickory, pecan, cinnamon, whichever. They have a whole bunch out there. If you're not familiar with that. And then what I'm going to do, here we are. We're going to do a Luxardo cherry. We've talked about this before. The difference between a Luxardo cherry and a Marcino cherry. Uh, Big difference. If you're kind of a connoisseur of old fashions, almost everybody puts a Luxardo cherry in it. Much sweeter, much different flavor to it. Last thing we're going to need on this is we're going to need an orange peel for a garnishment. So we're going to grab a little slice here. Put that right there. We're going to zest this a little bit. Rub it around the rim. Give it a little twist. And there is the first AI Old Fashioned. I forgot one thing. This one calls for cinnamon. Now, it usually calls for like a cinnamon syrup. I don't have any of that. One of the alternatives that the AI suggested was a cinnamon stick. So let's try that. Let's mix this up a little bit. I'm going to drop that right in there. And there you go. Cinnamon maple old fashioned. Now, the next one we're going to do is a little bit different. It's going to be a little bit more on the orange side. So, for this one, we're going to need, again, 2 ounces of bourbon. Again, we're using roses. We're going to try to keep this as comparable as possible. So, we'll get 2 ounces in here. Looks good. That sit for a second there. Next thing we're going to need. Now, this one's calling for a half ounce of simple syrup. The first one did not because you're using the maple syrup. You would put simple syrup in there, way too much. Way too sweet. And I don't mind them sweet, but that's a little too much. All right, there we go. Half ounce of simple syrup in there. And a half ounce of orange liqueur. Now you can use what I have, Grand Marnier or Cointreau. They're both an orange type of liqueur. This, I believe, yes, this is a cognac based. So I'm going with this because I think the cognac and the bourbon would mix a little bit better together. We're going to go with a half ounce of this. Now, I've never tried this, so I think we're both going to be in for a treat on this one. All right. You got the orange liqueur. We got the Angostura bitters. The last thing it's going to ask for is 1 dash, of orange bitters. That's actually 2, but we'll go with that. And 2 dashes of Angostura bitters. Okay. Now, I'm going to give this a good mixing. We're going to get our second glass out here and our ice cube. We're going to smoke this one real quick. Get that in there just right if I can. Okay, let's smoke this one. Not fitting on there as good as the other one. Again, we're using cherry. I'm going to put some fresh in here. Most of the others already burn off. Okay. I bought this kit. This kit my wife actually got for me for Christmas one year. There we go. Because I went out with her and we had a smoked old fashioned for the very first time and I was hooked. It is definitely the best way to do it. You can buy these kits on Amazon. There are some places that do sell them. I'm going to let that sit for just a couple seconds to let that go. All right. Move this stuff off to the side here. Does that get infused? Okay. I'm going to strain this out. All right. You can see the color of this one looks a little bit lighter, and that's because of the maple syrup in there. We're going to do the same thing. We're going to use the Luxardo cherries. Get a cocktail pin here. Get one of these on here. Drop that right in there. And then we're also going to need an orange peel for this one too. We're going to grab another piece. Okay. Again, we're going to just kind of zest it a little bit. Some people like the zest. You cannot. I don't know if it really makes a difference, to be honest with you. But rub it around the edge of the rim. That will make a difference. Put your orange pist in there. And there you go. Now this is what I would call the old fashioned with an orange twist. So we have the cinnamon maple and we have the orange old fashioned. So which one do you think is going to be better? Let's take a quick sip. Okay, that's really good. Now this is very sweet. You can definitely taste the maple in it. It gives it an old fashioned a different profile. If you like a sweeter old fashioned, you may like this. You can still taste the orange in it, still taste the bitters. You get a little bit of that cinnamon from the cinnamon stick. And this one here, okay, this one here is definitely has more of a citrus bite to it, a little bit more of an orange bite to it. So if you like something a little bit more citrus, maybe the orange old fashioned would be a little bit better. If you like something a little bit more sweeter with a little bit of a cinnamon spice to it, maple cinnamon old fashioned. So there you go. Comment below, see which one you want to vote for my bar's signature drink. Do we have the cinnamon old fashioned or do we have the orange old fashioned? All right. Till next time, don't forget to like and subscribe. Share with your friends. I appreciate it. It really helps out. And, let me know. I mean, what you think? Try both of them at home. See what you think. And till next time, take care.